So just click it into the middle. In the middle is sort of off,
right,
and then down to the bottom is on the van. So that's running off your leisure battery.
So you should always leave it at the bottom.
Yeah, really, yeah. And the main thing is, if I pull everything out now, the only way of sort of switching off that battery is having that one in the middle.
Right.
Okay, and that sort of shuts the battery off as such. And the only reason these lights are on now...
When would that...
I'd say when you got it on your drive, if you're leaving it for 2 weeks, you're not using it, just knock that off, and then all you need to do is come back in and just turn that.
Right. So when we get home and we say, oh, we're not going to be back in the van for 10 days, we just
click it to the middle.
Middle, not
middle.
the end. Just
the top is looking for a vehicle battery. The middle is sort of your
middle is just neutral. And so we put it back on now because we're about to launch up and have a cup of tea. Right? Okay, fine.
But as daft as it is, what I'll do at the end, I'll unplug your mains power, and you'll get what I mean then.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll see the way it shuts off the battery power.
Okay.
But obviously now it's a bit confused because I've got the mains power going through it.
Yeah.
So even though I'm turning the battery off, there's still 240. There's still household power inside.
Yeah. So what? Anything else we need to know from?
So then all you've got is there's your other 12-volt fuses. So as you see, they're 10s and 5s.
So we need a few.
So we'd replace with exactly
couple of
the same.
5s.
Yeah, just replace them with it.
And how, if one of those blew, how would we know that?
Would it pop out?
Yeah, no. All it is. Oh, that was your light.
Right.
So yeah, if you look, see, there's a little line in the centre of it.
Yeah.
So if you look through the centre, that's odd. If you look through the line there, when it's blown, that bit of metal won't be there.
I see.
So that's how you know it's blown.
Right. Okay.
And then all you simply do is just replace it, and obviously just push it back in.
And how would you know when a fuse had gone?
Because you like to go out like that.
Right. And how do you know which one of those it is?
If you look inside your manual, it'll tell you which fuse is which. Same as your car.
If these lights had gone, it would be that one.
Yeah, look in your manual.
Just the same as at home, really.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Okay, fine.
Exactly the same.
Perfect.
Okay. I'll put your thing back together after I've pulled it off.
Okay. Super.
Okay.
And what are these clicker things down
so
here?
240 breakers, they're the same as your trips in your house.
So
obviously if you plug something faulty into here, click, you'll hear one of them click, and all you do to reset it is just lift it back up.
Right, so it could be any one of the three depending.
Yeah.
Right, okay, you happy with that?
Yep, it's just the same as at home.
I'll just reset that. You see now, that's your mains power off. So you see all them lights are off.
Yeah.
So all we're running on now is the battery. So if I click that one up to the middle, you'll see everything goes off. So that's switched off everything.
All right.
In fact, I'm lying because it has turned your fridge off. So yeah, you're right. When you're towing, you need to put it up onto car.
Okay. So when we're towing, in order to have the fridge to keep the wine cold and the ice cubes in it, we've charged up the night before. You need to have that black button there.
Yeah, up to car.
Up to car.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the site, you click it all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for the caravan.
And then when you're leaving the caravan for 10 days, you have that in the middle.
In neutral.
And
middle is off as such.
Neutral, basically. Okay, fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely. So, I'll do your controls here now. So, I'll sit down so I can get my head out of the way. So, top one, Ultraheat. Think heating. So that's the electric for your fire here.
Right.
So, all it is make sure the orange switch is on inside there. For space heater.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, you know about that, right?
Yeah, and then all it is, the grey collar turns around the outside. It goes to 500, 1,000, and then all the way up to 2,000. Now, all that is, that's the wattage. That's the amount of electricity you send at it. Easiest way of describing it, think of old Granny May's electric bar fire. 500 is one element, 1,000 is two, and 2,000 is four elements.
Yeah. Right.
So all it is the more power you send to it, the faster it'll heat up for you.
Right. Okay.
So my advice, I had something very similar to this.
Right.
And what you may find, especially this time of the year, because it gets quite chilly at night, is set it on 500 and turn it down to sort of maybe 5 or 6. You may be different. I was living alone, so you may find with the two of you, you're warmer. But I would leave an ambient heat on in the evenings, because otherwise what you'll find is you'll wake up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning freezing cold.
So it's all right to leave the heater on?
Yeah,
all that?
you can leave the electric heater on by all means.
And what are these controls here?
So I'll talk about them ones afterwards. I'll do this one first, and I'll see. It'll make more sense if I do it in order. So all it is the black one on the outside is the thermostat, and then the grey one is for your power level.
So the more power that you put through, obviously the faster it heats.
Maximum output is 2,000 and all the way cranked up to 9.
Yeah.
Or it could be 500 and cranked down to 2.
Yeah.
Just to give it ambient.
Whatever level. There's no right or wrong way for what settings you have it on. It's what you feel comfortable. So you'll learn that.
Yeah.
Now the one below, Ultra Store. Think storage tank. So this is the gas controls for your water boiler. So remember, your electric controls are inside here. click the button, that switches it on. This powers it up on gas. Now, do you notice in a minute, can you see the lovely red light inside there?
Yeah.
That's because I upset it and put that cover back on outside.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't like that.
Yeah, if you're ever lighting it and it doesn't come on, it will always come up with that red light, so you know there's a problem. Then it's either A, you haven't switched your gas bottle on, or B, you've left that cover on externally.
Right.
So I see,
yeah, because you've got to take that. If you're working on gas, you've got to take that cover off.
Yeah. All you need to do to reset it is, again, grey collar turns, turn it to the 0, turn it back down to the flame.
And it knows then that you've sorted it.
So you go up to the what? Sorry.
Little circle
up to the little 0 is off. And then just turn it back down to the flame to switch it back on.
And that has reset it, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
You'll hear it now, it sparks and it lights itself.
Okay.
You know it's on because you've got no red light. If you see a red light, it's not on.
Because we need gas, don't we, to cook?
Yeah, you'll need your gas for your cooker and things, but all the other items can run on gas. The reason for that is caravans are designed to run on gas first and electric second. The reason was because when they very first started, there was no electric.
No.
Yeah.
But all it is now is everything is electric, and we all use electric on the sites. But if you ever have a power cut and there's no mains power, it still means you can have hot water on gas, you can run your fridge on gas, and obviously you do your cooking and everything on gas. Yeah, and obviously your heater as well can be on gas.
So you survive.
Yeah, you can survive as such. Now, the main difference between gas, or electric inside here for your hot water, on the electric it heats it up to 70 degrees. That's it, you don't get no choice, it just heats it to 70. On gas, you can thermostatically control the hot water. So the only reason I'd ever use mine is I've got 2 little nieces. If they ever come and stay with me in the caravan, just in case, you know what kids are like, you take your eyes off them 2 seconds.
Yeah,
in case they open it up on hot, it is hot on 70. So you can thermostatically control it. You can turn it down as low as 30 degrees, but obviously you can turn it up as high as 70 as well.
But most of the time it will be high on 70.
You'll be on electric. If it's just the two of you, you're both grown adults, you can use your tap, so there's no concerns there. So I would just leave it on the 70 degrees. The other good thing as well is the hotter the water, the longer you can stay in the shower for. Because you imagine the more hot you've got,
because you can mix with the cold.
Yeah, there you go, perfect.
Yeah.
Are you sure you two aren't caravan experts?
Not
great if we were like checking on you, wouldn't it?
You're having something. Really. You're from camping.
Just before you go, what
Some of it is common sense, isn't it?
I will come back to these because they're not quite so vital. So I'm trying to do the most important things next. So I'll do your fire next. So remember, electric controls here. Yep. Gas controls are all on top of the fire here.
So what? Go on.
So to light it on gas, it is so simple. It's just turn round. Hear it clicking?
No.
Yep, I can.
Oh, you can, but you've got better hearing.
Then all you need to do is just hold that down.
It's very like the old-fashioned gas fires.
Yeah. Just hold it down, lift it up. You hear it still clicking, so it hasn't lit. Again, I'll just hold it down. Give it a minute.
That's working on gas now.
Yeah.
But if we were on a campsite where we were hooked up to electric...
We'd use the electric.
Yeah. Again, and all it is now, if you're ever unsure, I can hear it's not clicking now. If you're ever unsure, if you look sort of straight through the hole there, just in the back corner, you can see the pilot light through the hole there.
Right.
So you know it's lit.
But most of the time, we'll be running on electric.
Yeah. This is only just in case. Then all it is 1 to 10 there for your temperature. And all this is doing now is heating up this, and obviously it'll just radiate the heat out the front.
Right.
Same as the electric elements, they're inside there, they just heat up and it radiates the heat out the front.
Yeah.
It do take a while to heat up.
Now I can feel the warmth coming now.
Yeah, that's fine, but do you understand that
yeah, sometimes the pilot light goes out. I don't know what would you do if the pilot light went out?
You will hear it. You'll hear it go. They're all gas safe systems in it. So if the gas goes out, it shuts it off.
Okay,
it doesn't. The gas literally, if there's no flame, it shuts off.
Light?
So all you do is just turn and hold it down.
And it just ignites like a lighter.
Yeah. It's back in the day, you remember you had a click, 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 click. It's built in now. So all it is, you holding that down,
it's the same
it's igniting itself.
But if we are, obviously when we're at a campsite, we're hooked up to gas, we're hooked up to electric, right? We want to obviously run the rings on gas for boiling water, but we want to run that on electricity.
Yeah.
How does that know that?
Electric here, remember? So that electric dial, the one on the top, ultra heat. It powers the electric elements in here.
Right.
So that is attached to
so
this.
So it overrides it.
Yeah. So if you really wanted to, you could have it on flat out electric and flat out gas.
No, we wouldn't.
If you really wanted to,
you could have.
But really, it's designed to run on.
But how do you have it so it's just running electricity and not wasting gas?
Here. So remember, 500.
Yeah.
500, 1,000, 2,000.
So long as that's on.
Yeah.
It won't go to the gas unless you switch it off.
It'll only go to the gas if you turn the gas on.
Oh,
here.
if you press it down.
Yeah. So if you turn that round, the gas is on. If you leave that off, gas is off, electric's on.
Probably
Right.
just stick with the electric.
Yeah,
so
well,
we
that's
get
what I'm
used
saying,
to it.
Yeah.
Okay,
But as I say, for tonight, definitely, I'd put it on a 500 and at least 4 or 5 or something,
Right,
just
to keep
keep
it
the
warm.
ambient temperature in here.
So all your heat for the
I
caravan
learned that
comes
lesson.
from there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
So-
on naught there, 500, 1000, 2000.
Yeah, and then the
Fine.
black dial
and
for
then
your
the black,
thermostat.
the thermostat.
Yeah, okay.
So-
and once you set the thermostat, it'll keep going to.
Yeah, it'll just kick in and out of its own temperature.
yeah.
It looks
Alright,
after itself.
yeah.
So, gas controls, electric controls.
Right, I see.
Fan system.
Okay.
So, what it is, at the minute when you switch it on, it's just sending heat out the front.
Yeah.
But obviously, air-blown system, so you want it to circulate the warm air around, so
Yeah.
it's not just in a central point. All you do is turn it to the A.
A for air.
Well, A for auto, I think it's meant to be.
okay.
And what it is, on this side, you set the fan speed 1 to 5, obviously 1 being the lowest speed,
Yeah.
5 being the highest.
Yeah.
So imagine now you've got that on 500, number 9.
Yeah.
This fan will not kick in until this is at 500, number 9.
Yeah.
Once this is at temperature, that fan will kick in. It blows the air around. You see, like the beige kind of
the
thing.
little
That's it.
holes.
And it literally circulates the air around and blows it around inside
Lovely.
the fan for you.
Yeah.
Right.
When it's at temperature, that fan will shut off.
Right.
So the fan will kick in and out as and when it's
Does it
needed.
make a lot
as
of
such.
noise?
I wouldn't put the fan on at night.
night, no.
I'll just have it so it's an ambient temperature. It just
In the middle of there,
Yeah, it
let
just
let it
keeps-
seep.
Yeah,
through
yeah,
the
it does.
caravan
But obviously,
rather
yeah,
than-
when you're in here, yeah, you will want the fan on just to circulate
Yeah,
it around.
okay.
But it all depends whether you're warm or cold people.
Yeah.
So I'm more airing on the colder side, so I'm not really that fussed with heating. But when you
Yeah,
do want it heat,
yeah,
at least you
sure.
can you spread it
Okay.
around.
Yeah.
So in the middle is off. Now the other side is a manual run. So you'll hear your fan kicking in now.
Yeah.
So you're sort of saying, I want the fan to go, whatever.
Yeah, so this is really good in the summer, especially with the dogs and that in here,
yeah.
especially with the little dogs, because they will feel that through the vents there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is a lovely, I used to use it in mine all the time in the summer.
Lovely and cool.
Because it just adds, even sometimes it's that, there's no wind, you've got
Yeah,
all
bit
your
of
windows
cool.
open, there's
Yeah.
still no
So it's
breeze.
almost like
So
an
it's air conditioning, really.
Sort of, yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
It's like plugging a fan in on the side, and it's just blowing
Yeah.
a bit of fresh air around for you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
great. Like
Okay.
you say, around your
Yeah,
feet. It's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then it obviously just off on that side.
So
Right.
manual, off, and auto.
Yeah, so I always remember auto, so that's what I tend to say is heating, cooling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
easy as well,
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
remember it
yeah.
as such.
And if you leave it in the middle, it's just coming out of there.
Yeah, it's just radiating.
So at
heat
night
out
when you
front.
go to bed, you don't have the fan on, you have it in the middle, bit
Yeah,
of heat
This on
spreads
to
either
about
way.
4
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
During the day, it's freezing cold,
Have it on A. Yeah.
and then if it's really, really hot and you want some fresh air,
Down to the...
over to there.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Right,
That's it.
fantastic, yeah.
Perfect.
Fabulous.
Happy with that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
very,
brilliant.
very.
Brilliant.
So, we'll do the control panel above the door next.
Okay.
Oh,
So, you have also got a power switch here.
Right,
So, as well as the one inside there, there's another one here. So,
right.
switches
Power off.
everything off.
apart from your one entry light, which is just behind your head on the mirror,
Yeah,
Oh, there, yeah.
yeah.
and then the other 2 lights that are at the front are running off the mains. So there is switches underneath them to turn them off, but if you're ever plugged into the mains, you need to manually turn them off.
Right, which is the your post, and that's
Yeah,
the main.
yeah, your main. So even
if
if
you're going
you
out for the evening and you want every light off,
You
you
just go and switch
Yeah, manually underneath the bottom of them, there's a little switch. He says, "There you
There
go."
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is just kind of like a master control, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah,
As you're going
kind of.
out.
So, turn your power back on.
Yeah.
As you see, it switches all your other lights on.
Yeah.
Only because I've physically gone round and turned them on.
Oh, okay. But you
So
can
everything's got
individually-
individual switches on, so you don't have
Yeah.
to have it lit up like
Yeah,
Christmas.
you know,
mate.
whatever you want.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
The only
okay.
one that's separate is this one here because it's on the switch, and that's the one just behind your head.
This one?
This
No, no, no,
courtesy
behind
light.
you.
This is like
Behind
a
you.
courtesy light.
Oh yes, yeah,
It's like
yeah.
your
Just when you
light,
come
they
in,
call it. Yeah, so when you get in. Next one down is water pump with a little tap symbol. So that's your water pump off.
Why would you want the water
That's your water
pump
pump.
off?
So imagine now you've run out of water outside.
Right.
All you will hear is that pump running constantly until it can find fresh water. It works off
Right.
pressure.
Right.
So once you've run out of water, there's no pressure, no water to
Right.
repressurise it. It will run until there's water. So all you need to do is come here, switch your water pump off,
Yeah.
refill your Acarol,
then
obviously
come
put your water
switch it
pipe and
on.
everything back in, come back in here, turn that on, and then simply pull water through your taps.
Right.
Once there's
Yeah,
water
yeah.
back in the system, your
Yeah.
water pump will go
Happy
silent
again.
again.
Sorted. Yeah. Okay.
So, as I say, the only 2 times your water pump will run now is A, if you're asking for water. So if you open up your tap now,
Now it will come.
Yeah. Yeah.
you can hear your pump kicking in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you want the hot water.
Yeah.
Right. lovely.
Yep.
But you can hear that pump now.
Yeah.
When it's run out of water, that pump will be running constantly.
Oh, but there will no water going out of the tap.
Yeah, yeah.
That's when you switch that off.
Yeah.
You're not-
Well, what
Refill
you'll
it.
find is when you switch your tap off,
yeah.
the pump will keep going. So that's a good indication. If the pump's constantly running and it's not shutting off, it means you run out
Yeah.
of water.
And obviously, the way to get around that is to just keep your
topped up.
keep your Aperol topped up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll get caught
Okay.
short. We all get caught short.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in the shower. It tends to be the
Yeah,
main one.
yeah.
Now, the one on the end here, test your battery.
Ooh.
So, as you see, we're into the green there.
That's
Yes.
fully pretty
Yeah,
charged.
yeah, put it
You're
charge
just
up.
putting your finger on that.
Yeah, yeah, just hold it down. And then you lift it
Clever,
off.
yeah.
Now, the battery is struggling slightly here. It's because
Yeah.
I've got everything switched on.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
in the real world,
You probably
you
won't.
won't have everything on.
No.
So,
No.
when you've got less on, that green will be all the way up
All
in the top.
across.
All it is I'm kind of draining it down a little bit here because I've
Sure.
got so much switched on.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, even if I start turning off a few of these lights,
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's
You'll
do
notice
this.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's more the big ones
It's-
on the top.
these are on
than the-
mains,
okay,
darling.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
remember?
they're on the mains electric.
What's this one? Where does this one switch off?
That's it.
Where does this one switch off? Do we know?
Underneath the
that
corner, in the top corner up there. Put your hand underneath the cupboard. See the little switch? That's it.
Yep. Okay.
I love
Lovely
these little,
design.
these spotlights are lovely,
Where
aren't
do
they?
these ones switch off?
So they
Next to
switch
them,
on
darling.
directly on it.
Just next to
So if
the
you
little-
look on it.
And they're directional, so if you're reading, you can...
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Yeah. Take those off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Fantastic.
That's all right,
Keep
no
trying
worries,
to-
no worries.
camera
Yeah,
panning
that's
too
better.
fast. Never mind.
Saves it. And then you'll notice now when you come back to this,
Oh, yeah,
see how
it's a
much
lot
higher it
further
is up
on.
on the
Yeah.
thing.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
All that is
yeah.
the battery charge is good, but it ain't that good as such. So even with everything on, but it'd be very rare you'd have everything on like that as such.
Sure. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's the way you said about when you've got it on the drive, check your battery. All you
Yeah.
need
That's
to do
how
is
you
come
do
in
it.
And
here.
the other thing is, don't have the toaster on at the same time as the kettle, that sort of thing.
Yeah, you'll learn on that.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll learn
Yeah.
on that. It's
Yeah.
easy enough.
Yeah.
And that's about it for your controls up there. So you're
Okay.
happy with that?
Yep,
Yes,
that's
yeah.
very
Yeah.
simple.
So
It's
you're
like a
happy with
master
this?
Yeah.
switch, really.
Yeah.
We're going to be able to watch this, aren't we? So we'll
Yeah.
pretty watch
Yeah.
it every week or something just to get our heads around
Yeah.
it until we
Yeah.
get used
And,
to
you
it.
know, as
Oh,
we join
I feel
Owen's
popular.
fan club as well. I'm sure he's got an online
We'll make some inroads
community.
into the
The
calendar.
ex-wife may not agree with you there.
Right.
So what I'll do is I'll move on to the actual features of the caravan. That's all the technical
Okay.
stuff out
All
the
the
way.
technical.
So-
What about the television? Where would we?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
you're
gonna
going to do
do
all
So
that.
yeah, I'll do all that now. So all it is various storage above your head.
Yeah.
Apart from in this one here, I've got your lovely Blade Plunk stereo in there.
Ooh.
It is also a DVD player.
Ooh.
Right. How's
So
that
very
all you need to
fancy.
do
Yeah.
is plug your leads into there, plug it into the back of your telly, and you can watch DVDs through that.
From that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we've just bought a telly which has got a built-in
Yeah,
DVD.
yeah,
player.
yeah.
But if we have any, so where does a CD fit into?
So it drops down at the front, if I can get the right button on this one.
Oh,
There you go.
look at that.
Ah, yeah. So you
And
put a
there it
CD
is.
in.
Yeah,
there,
put your CD in, click it back up.
switch it on,
Yeah.
and then if you wanted to play radio, I guess it's got a
Yeah,
radio
it's
on
got
it,
everything. There is a book inside there, so your source button, I know that much is there.
Yeah.
On off, I'd say is the blue one. There we
Yeah.
go.
So it's on there.
TV.
Yeah. Right. FM. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's just source here, so you can scroll through the different.
Yeah. So it's just like in a car stereo, basically.
Yeah,
Auxiliary
yeah.
output. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a car
auxiliary
stereo.
output means you could put your phone
your-
in there and play
Yeah.
your iTunes
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
it.
that's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
And where would you
That's perfect.
plug it into? Where would the hole
That
be?
is a very good question.
There'll
Would
be
it
a little
probably underneath the front there? I'd have thought somewhere
there,
there.
somewhere there.
Maybe.
We'll look in the manual, don't
Yeah,
worry
have a
about
look.
that.
Have a
The
look. on
manual
that.
will be. Where will the manual
So
be?
your manual's there.
Yeah. Oh, it's in here, is
Yeah,
it?
but then also if you look in the top drawer, so that's it.
Oh,
your
there's
packs
all
inside
the
there with
stuff.
everything. So
Wow.
everything I'm talking about here, if you can't sleep at night, there's enough there to bore you to death.
Yeah, so
Wonderful.
that will have about the hi-fi in as well.
It'll have
yeah.
everything inside
Because it'd be
there,
nice to
yeah.
like listen to the radio for us,
Oh,
wouldn't we?
yeah,
If we were on, like,
perfect,
you know,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah, okay.
sophisticated.
So, radio,
Yeah.
that's the point for the DVD if you ever did want to use it. But I mean,
Yeah.
you imagine back in the day, that was high tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know
But
what
is
I
that
mean?
switched off now? It's not using any battery.
No, it is. It's only just slightly for it, but it's not. It's not.
It's not
massive.
leave
that on
I mean, if you
permanently.
wanted to, you can take the
whole
front
thing
off.
Oh, just leave it.
Yeah.
It's not using
So if
very
you really
much, is
wanted
it?
to, but other than that, all it is
Using
is
like
it says-
a minute amount.
Yeah. No, just got to remember how to put it back in. Come
Yeah.
on. There you go.
That's it. That's
So you just
fine.
leave it like that.
Yeah.
It's only
Does
like having it on in your
Even
car.
like if you're away for 2 weeks, that'll just switch off automatic when you
when you're
disconnect.
plugged into the mains. Again, remember that battery charge is
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
There's no
But
drain.
when there's no power at all, that'll just go blank, that screen. Okay, fine.
when you switch it off.
So we're on normal
So,
telly.
normal telly now. So, the bottom aerial socket there is for your onboard aerial. So that's the one that's inside the cupboard here that I'll show you in a minute.
Right.
The top one relates to your external satellite one. So
Which we don't really need.
No, if you've changed the outside one to TV, all you need to do is another screw attachment in here, screw it over the top of that, and all it means is you can run off an external aerial, and rather than putting the cable through the window, you just plug it in there, and that's where it comes
Very
out.
civilised.
But just to watch our normal telly in the UK.
just that bottom one there. And obviously this table does nicely flip up and then spins round. So you can sit your telly on there and obviously just have it plugged into there.
And all it is you plug your telly in there, and then you'll have a brown aerial that comes out the back of your telly and fits into which one?
The bottom
The bottom one.
That one that says TV.
Bottom one. Yeah, TV one.
And that's it. And you
So did you say we needed
a
another little fitment?
Only if you're running off an external aerial. For yourselves, so
This
for
is for
tonight,
ourselves.
all you need to do is pop your telly on here or at the back. I'll show you there's another one in the back.
Okay.
And then all you simply do is plug it into there.
Okay.
Right, and what are
perfect.
these for? This
Simple
is
as that.
your DVD.
Yeah,
thing.
that's just the output for the DVD. So it's picture,
If
sound,
we-
and colour or whatever.
Okay.
We
Not
don't
really
have to worry
on the,
about that really,
No,
do we?
no, not unless our DV player in the TV breaks while we're away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
And then
we
we can
might.
just get a quick lead.
Yeah, you've got that
and
option
connect it up.
to run it. So what I'm going to do now as well, while we're here, I'm going to make sure the gas is off for your water boiler, and then also now I'm going to turn off your hot water one in here as well. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That's just so you get into a habit from the off that when you get up there and you've plugged in, you've pulled water through, and then switch it on. Even though I'm not going to drain it down,
Yeah.
it's
You
good to
switch
get
off.
into this habit now, and then
Yep.
it won't be a problem for
Yeah.
yourselves.
So,
Right.
okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
we'll turn it
yeah.
on when we know we need some hot
So,
water.
other than that now, inside here, the status box at the back is the booster for your TV signal.
Yeah.
Here is your directional TV aerial.
Do we have
Right.
to do anything with that, Owen, that
Possi-
CVO?
Not with the signal booster on the back, you do need to do with this aerial. So when you're up on site tonight, you may find you won't even have to move it.
Okay.
And it'll be perfect.
But somewhere it might be
someplace.
if you
crap.
can't get a signal, all you need to do is just unturn that a couple of turns.
Loosen it. Push
Go on,
that
I'll let
up.
you do it. I'll let you do it.
Go on, Gary.
Just undo it a couple of turns. Don't need to undo it all the way.
Just loosen it,
Go on.
really.
That's it,
That's it,
perfect.
that's it.
And,
And
then you can push that cylinder up in the air.
And that'll lift right
That's
up.
it. So that's pushing your aerial up in the air, and then also you can spin it round a full 360 degrees.
So you can
To get
find a
to
good
whichever way
like
you
an old,
can
yeah,
point
and
it.
then
It's okay,
to
right?
finish it, you just take it all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah, and then tighten it up.
Plug up again.
You'll see the
You got that,
dial number
Ros?
I spotted it through the roof.
Yeah.
So you can keep an eye on it and make sure it's pointing in the right direction
Yeah.
for travelling.
Yeah, you
So
don't
obviously
want it
overhanging.
No. See there, it's just come over
It
the
should be, if I turn it round now,
thing. Yeah, that's it, it's done it.
it should be the red
Shot
dot
round.
towards the back.
Have a look in there, darling, make
Right.
sure. Sorry.
Have a look.
You see it?
Yes.
Can't even see it now,
Yes.
Yeah. So imagine if I spin it round like that, you
Yeah.
probably just
It'll-
see the tip of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so red dot at the back is the position that you want it for travelling.
Red
Yeah.
dot at the
Yeah,
back position
yeah.
for travelling. Okay.
The other one, this little white handle on the bottom, spins around. What that does, at the minute it's sitting horizontal, when you wind that lever, it tilts it on its side, vertical.
So it can go.
Yeah, you can
Up
tilt
and-
it.
up
yeah,
and down
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Well, it's left.
I
It's
suppose
more
just
tilts it onto its
experiment
side.
with that when we.
Yeah, but the best tip is when you get to a site, have a look which way everyone else has got theirs pointing,
course,
and just
yeah.
copy.
Yeah.
Right, yes.
Believe me, it'll save you hours of
Save hours of
arguing.
fun.
Trying to
They're
search for
facing
it.
east at 45 degrees.
That's
you just
what
face
we'll
east
do.
at 45
Yeah,
degrees.
exactly. Just copy
Yeah.
the direction they've got theirs pointing.
Yeah.
And then obviously when you're finished, make sure you pulled it all the way
All the way
down,
down.
and then just tighten it
Tighten
back
it up
up.
for travel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
it.
Yeah,
Such a lot to remember. Gosh.
Yeah,
There
that's
is.
why the video's really handy.
Sure.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
the main basics, that's why we like to just teach you. As long as you can get heating and hot water
Yeah.
tonight, we're happy, because the rest of it you'll pick up as you go along.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
yeah,
no
and
big
making sure
dramas.
we switch that heater off.
Yeah, yeah, before you get travelling. So,
Yeah.
for your front bed, it's
Yeah.
the slats at the bottom of the last, so up from there, down from there, in the middle.
middle.
That's it. Oh, is it pushed in? That's it.
That's
That's
it.
it. Now with these, always pull them out from the centre, hold them with two hands, and pull them as straight as possible. Because if you skew it that,
Yeah, I
you're
see what
in
you
a
mean,
mess.
yeah.
forever to put
Get
it back
it
in.
right.
Yeah, so just come back, guys.
Yeah.
Get out my way.
Pull it all the way to the end.
Is that the end?
Now, if you look, there's little bits you have to lift it up over that.
Oh, you lift it up
Yeah,
over them, do you?
yeah, lift it up over them and pull
That
it all
will
the way to
hold
the
it
back.
firm, presumably, with
Is
it.
that all the way?
Yeah, are you back there?
No, well, it's still got all that area left.
Yeah, may not come as long as it's over them. No, I'd say that's it, possibly.
Okay. So it just comes to there.
Yeah.
Is that right? Do you want
Yeah, I don't want to pull it much more. because it may just be caught inside there. Yeah, it sounds like it is. Just...
Nice wood, isn't it?
I may grab an engineer just to have a look at that after, because I think they've got one stuck in there. But no, it should pull all the way out to the end.
To the end, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
And then all it is 1, 2, 3, 4 cushions.
So you just put that one there and that one there.
No, whatever order you put these is what you feel comfortable on.
right.
Okay.
There's no right or
There's
wrong
no
way.
right
The only
or-
right
that's
thing
good.
is always turn them upside down and sleep on the back of them.
Ah,
Because if you sleep on the front here, it's ridged and you've got buttonholes.
So
on
you
the back,
turn it upside
flat.
down.
and it's got a
Yeah.
flat mattress.
yeah, so if I flip that one over, you'll see what I mean. It's flat on the back.
Yeah,
Right.
of course.
So you don't wake up with buttonholes on you. Fair enough, there's them little things, but you won't
That's
even feel
nothing.
them. By the
Yeah,
time you
no.
chucked a mattress topper or something over
Yeah.
the top, you won't
Yeah.
even feel it.
Okay.
So that one,
That one, this one, that one, and this one.
make
Or
up the
make-
double
Yeah,
bed.
make up the double
Yeah,
bed. For
and
what
you just-
order you put it in is
your-
totally
your
up to
thing.
yourselves.
Okay, yeah,
It's a good big size bed, isn't it?
Yeah, they are
really is.
huge
Yeah.
beds.
They are.
Or, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could just take the cushions off and sleep
Sleep-
it as a single.
You could.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might
Absolutely.
be more comfortable doing that.
Well,
So it's your choice. It's whatever
depends.
you
Whatever's
feel
you're
comfortable
happy
with.
with.
Yeah, whatever
it's
you're
easy
comfortable
long
with.
enough, isn't it,
Oh
for
gosh, yeah.
Oh,
a
yeah.
single bed?
Yes, well,
you know?
this
And
is why we like this.
When
van.
you're pushing this
Yeah.
back in, he says, always go
Always
as straight
go
as you
together,
can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I'll get an engineer just to double check that, because I'd have thought it should have been a little bit longer than that.
yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it, before we set
But
off?
they are one of the most notorious things with people breaking in, that and blinds.
Right.
Otherwise,
so
people
go
are so
gentle.
heavy-handed with
Yeah,
it
just
when
be
it's a
careful
caravan,
with
so
it
you have to be
whenever you do it, yeah.
you have to be delicate with her.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are just drawers there, and that's your
Yeah,
table.
yeah. So the box was just the bits for your motor mover, but I've already taken the
Yeah.
main bits out we need, so don't worry about much else. Manual inside there, and then the front table pulls out and then flips back on itself. You've got nice storage underneath there for magazines or papers or anything like that.
that's good.
And all it is lifts up and drops back.
That's great, isn't it?
So it's good
It's
for
nice condition.
Yeah,
isn't
just
it?
with the two of
No
you, at
mark.
least you can sit here.
Yeah.
You can have your evening meal.
Yeah,
and
and the
everything
dog
else.
can sit there
Yeah.
annoying
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
Yeah. And then all you do to close it is just flip it back round
Yeah,
and slide it back.
yeah. Okay.
There was a little flashing light down there.
Yes, what that is for your alarm system. So, might as well do it while I've got them in my pocket. So, here is your alarm fob for the caravan. It is as
Right.
easy as one beep on,
Yep.
two beeps off.
Right, so when you're leaving, you
One
press
beep
it on.
on.
Yeah.
When
And
you
you
come
come
back
back.
to your caravan, two bit like an old, like it wasn't the cars 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, one beep
Yeah.
on, two beeps
Yeah.
off. That's
If
all
the
it is.
battery wears out in that thing,
It will go beep, beep.
and then what will you do about
Just
replacing
replace
it?
Plug it into the battery charger.
Plug what into the battery?
Plug your mains in. So plug your mains in. When it's running the battery charger, not only is it charging up your leisure battery, it's also charging up the battery for your alarm system.
All
as
right,
well.
but there's not a battery in that actual fob itself.
No. I mean there is a battery in there, but for the amount they
The
used,
round ones,
they're
yeah.
not really used that much. As such, it's not the sort of thing. A lot of people, when they leave them in storage, will leave the alarm systems off anyway because they're more of a pain in
Yeah,
the.
they're always going off when you
yeah.
don't want them
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. And the other thing you've
Well,
got to
are they
watch
changeable,
is if
the
you're
batteries?
leaving
Yeah,
the dogs.
you
Yeah,
can-
yeah,
you
yeah.
can
Just
unscrew
unscrew
them.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
same as
yeah.
you can on the fobs.
Yeah, yeah.
The main thing is this is a motion sensor inside.
So no use with the dogs.
No, that's what I mean. You can't.
You can't do it when you're leaving the dogs in because as soon as they walk around, it'll go
Yeah,
off.
it'll trigger the
But
alarm
if we're
system.
going out with the dogs for the day,
Yeah,
it may
definitely
be
set the
it
alarm.
may be
Yeah,
worth
so
it,
if anyone
yeah.
breaks in, it will trigger the alarm. Also, it's got a tilt sensor, so if anyone lifts it up in the air, it will trigger the alarm again.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is a handy little device.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll do your kitchen next.
You're getting
We're getting there.
exhausted doing that.
No, do you know what? I'm on a health kick at the minute, so I'm going to the gym and everything. I'm eating healthily. I have never felt so tired today. I've had no alcohol, nothing over the
Oh,
weekend.
yeah,
It's
it's a
done me no
change of diet
favours, I
and
think it
everything.
is. Yeah, so got your lovely kitchen cupboard up there.
Yeah.
The light that's in the back is your awning light, so that's your external light on the outside.
Oh, that's
All
so
right,
cute.
so
Yeah.
So you
But
leave
you
that
just
off
keep that off
normally.
really,
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
yeah,
Unless
yeah,
you've got
yeah.
a-
You don't need it on as
And
such as that.
just, I know, are you
Yeah.
okay to leave pots and glasses in there? Is that what you would do?
I tend to have plastic things in mine, but it's
But
all
if
up to you.
If you're
If you wanna
travelling
use-
with glass, how would you recommend glass and real plates? Where would you
wrap them up, wrap them
Right,
up. You
right.
can sit them in there, but imagine they're still going to clang around. The main thing you've got to think of when you're in the back here, everything gets rattled around when you're going down the road. Just
Yeah.
you don't hear it because you're sat in the car. But
Sure.
Yeah.
whatever you're putting in, you just make sure it's nice and secure. So that's why they've
Yeah.
got these, because you imagine you can sit your mugs inside there and they're
I
not
see.
rattling around here.
Yeah.
Same, you can put some trays or something in there,
I
something that
see.
stops it rattling
Okay.
around.
Yeah,
That's fine.
okay. you
So the
got
more
all those-
secure you've
yeah,
got it, the
yeah,
better.
Yeah,
Okay. So for your fridge, on off is the tiny little button at the front there.
Oh gosh.
So So that's that little grey one at the front.
Yeah.
Other than that, this one is your power source, and this one is the temperature for your fridge.
Right.
When I say power source, if you look on the front here, so at the minute I've got it running on gas, the little flame.
Oh yeah.
If I press it again, goes to the plug symbol, so that's mains electric.
Yeah.
Then, battery and auto.
What does that mean?
So, battery, if it'll let me go back to it. Oh, come on. Battery is for when you're going down the road.
Right.
So at the minute you see it's come up with a spanner in there and it's flashing at me here because it's saying there's no power.